little Greek island. Today, I am just sitting here waiting to see what the heck is going to happen in my home country as the voting ends, but probably won't end. It will probably be, I'm assuming, kind of a, hopefully not, but I'm assuming it might kind of be an upheaval kind of period coming up in the United States, depending on, and we shall see. I'm not going to talk about politics in the studio. First of all, because it seems to be an energetic discord with that beautiful, calm creativity that is conducive to painting. And I am here for painting. So I'm sitting in my studio today, working on this video that I want to upload today for the YouTube channel, and hopefully we'll get that done, please. Oh, good morning. Oh, I bet. Calm, and we shall see. Don't start biting now, because I imagine that it's going to be a few days, if not a little bit longer. Hello, my dear. Good morning, Pixie Dust. Nice to see you again. So here's maybe the lesson that I'm going to use for myself today, and quite possibly for the next days to come until we have an outcome, is to, every time I go there, since there's absolutely nothing I can personally do, every time I go out there and try to, and find myself getting enwrapped in the swirl of the whole political thing going on over there in my country. Over there, let me get the direction right. I will take note of it, take note of where I am, the anxiousness perhaps that I'm feeling, the maybe frustration, maybe even a little bit of anger, and just try and take notice of it and see if I can release those feelings, whatever they are, and even the positive ones, right? Just release them and let them process and go through, and then return to my creative realm. Hopefully I'll be able to do that well enough today. I don't have any expectations of how well I should be doing something. Yeah, I'm kind of... but I'm, as you can see, have put on the wash for these little Christmas paintings that I'm going to do, and I'm going to do them one today, along with the video. Laughing. I have half of the video done, so I think I can do both today. Videos take a long time to process and to get ready, so I think that's why I also embrace the good enough kind of thing and until I can develop more as an editor and as all of that kind of thing. And just, oh boy, especially on this day, try and keep myself balanced and centered to do these things that my focus and my intention are on, so that I don't get too caught up in all of that. My goodness. Wow. It's interesting. It's quite interesting what is going on in the political world today and tomorrow, and I'm assuming the next days. We shall see. We shall see. Some very, very big changes either way are occurring. And you know me, always trying to find the positive sides to things. I see a lot of positives on one side, not a whole lot of positives on the other. But even so, I am, oh dear, I'm falling apart. I'm collapsing. Woohoo, my stand is unstable. So I'm not going to spend, oh, goodness gracious, come on a ride with me. Sorry. Stay. Sorry about that. Don't move. I'm not moving. I'm a little bit crooked. Hold it together, lady. You know what, Brazen Heart, when we had our Zoom call on Sunday, listen to this. We were talking and we had this great conversation, right? It was just great to catch up with you all and to, have our little Zoom meeting. And there was a 5.2 earthquake not far from here that I did not feel. My husband was in the next room just behind this wall, and he actually got up to leave the house because it was shaking so bad. Where was I? I felt nothing. There was a moment when, I felt nothing. And I'm like, what? My little studio is so protected that not even an earthquake can get in here. It right over my head. I mean, when we were talking, you didn't see me shaking, and the house shook. The house shook enough. Exactly. The house shook enough for my husband, who is Greek and knows about earthquakes, and he was like, this is a big one. And I mean, just right behind this wall here, right behind, literally, this wall. That's where he was sitting. That's where our living room is. And I felt nothing. Nothing. Oh, either I am just as unstable as an earthquake. I just didn't know what was going on. Or I'm just in my own world here. And my first thought was like, well, maybe my studio area is like on this solid rock, which didn't move as much as over there. But apparently everybody felt it, but me. 5.2. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? It just blows my mind. So, darling, I am going to get off and start moving. I've got lots to do today, and lots of positive, beautiful sunlight going that way. Maybe I'll go bake some baklava today, just to give to my kids. I can't eat the baklava, but maybe if I have time, I'll do something like that. Yeah, yeah. Isn't that funny? But you guys didn't see anything shaking. I mean, I didn't like suddenly do that kind of thing. It just blows my mind. Blows my mind. 5.2, not too far from here. I mean, if I go outside, I can see, yeah, I can see the first peninsula where it happened. And oh my goodness, it's just crazy. It's just crazy that I didn't feel it. Yeah, I mean, and I'm thinking, you know, did I like slip out of reality? But then maybe all of us were slipped out of reality and we had created our own little alternate creative universe, at least for that hour and when that earthquake happened. Unbelievable, unbelievable that there was just no shaking. I mean, you just saw like my camera shakes. If I put my hands or elbows on the table, the stand shakes. But none of that happened when, yeah, none of that happened. So we must have been in another dimension. It's crazy. 5.2. 5.2. There was no sound either, which is unusual. I think when earthquakes happen here, close around and Mount Athos, which is a pretty strong, what do they call it? Those lines where the earthquakes happen. It's a pretty strong one there, and you always hear this rumbling. You know immediately that this is an earthquake, even if it's not a big one. You can hear the earth rumbling. It's wild. Fault lines. Thank you, my dear. Yeah, you can hear the earth rumbling, but not from over there. We didn't hear anything. If I had heard it, I would have known. But since I didn't hear anything, we just all shook and nobody knew. I mean, the house had to start falling apart before I would have understood that there was like a pretty big earthquake happening. It blows my mind. Blows my mind. I can't quite put it together. All right, so I'm gonna get going on this. Wishing you all the best results. It's a very, very important election for the United States and for the world. There are the ones that bump up and down and the ones that jiggle side to side. Yeah. Oh, are the side to side ones less loud? I didn't know that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, crossing fingers. I am definitely crossing fingers. We shall see. We shall see. In the meantime, since there's nothing I can do about it, I'm just gonna spend some time in here today. That's where I'm gonna be. Mostly in here. And everything else can just be as it is, and I will observe. Be the fly on the wall today, especially today. So I'm going to go in and just kind of hone in on my thing, my creativity, put on some nice quiet music, and that'll be it. All right, you guys, take care. Oh, be inspired. Gotta be inspired. Remember to stay creative in all situations and everything that's happening. Keep yourself in balance here so that we can all just be ourselves. Yes, Google kind of frightened me this morning as well. You be safe too, honey. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.